Hey guys, today I'm doing another one of these all of the extra bits, and yeah, I've had a pretty good week, but yeah, on the channel a few things have changed, as some of you may have noticed. Well, they haven't really changed. It's just like series stuff, basically like the KSP Interstellar series, kind of the save and the mod is all broken. But I'll probably just do like a big manned mission with that, so it'll be all kind of fun and interesting, and it'll just take out all the kind of boring stuff, which isn't boring because it's fun, you know, going to these stars, but the probes and stuff, and it takes too long, and the save kind of deteriorates over time, and, you know, by the time you get anywhere big, the whole thing's just fucked. But that'll be replaced with my kind of big battleships mini-series, and then the Interstellar, like, mission will just be, like, I don't know, like a few videos just in the kind of around everything else. So yeah, that's all. Oh, my hands, I've got to do all my hand movements over here now because I'm used to doing them over here, but my camera's... Okay, we'll just do it over here above my mic. Okay, good. All my hand movements get pretty crazy. But yeah, so that'll all be awesome, and I think the I'm really looking forward to the whole, you know, KSP battleships thing, because it's fully stock KSP, just because it's really I haven't done stock stuff in so long, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's interesting and it's new and it's different, and it's well, not unlike anything I've done before. I've done things kind of like it before, but this will be a refined model with actual commentary and just loads better stuff, and I've got kind of a story arc planned, but the story will be also emergent because it's, you know, based on how the battles turn out, and I don't really plan them, although I did plan the bit in the first video, just so it would make sense, rather than, well, nothing happened there. Yeah, I think that was quite fun, and the response was pretty good. It got more views on, like, the first day than most videos I make. I think probably more than most I, like, make at all, and it's still doing pretty well, and it's just great that, like, because when I started out, doing YouTube, you know, before I got huge and famous and I became PewDiePie, yeah, obviously joking for those of you. Just, I often worry that when I tell a joke, it's not really obvious because I speak all the time in the same tone. So everyone's like, does he really think he's famous? I mean, well, anyway, yeah, but when I, like, first started out, like, I'd think of, like, a series, and I'm like, oh, this'll be awesome, and then people will be like, I don't want to watch that and stuff, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. But now it's like, whenever I think of a series that I think is going to do really well, because, like, when I do a career mode series, I know it's going to do averagely, I know it's going to do kind of what I expect, and it's always good, and because it's career mode, it's long term, and it'll just kind of keep the channel going, and it'll be fun, and I like experimenting with career mode. But now when I think of something, I'm like, this'll probably do pretty well, or, like, in some cases, this'll probably do really well. He just does, and I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty nice. Like, it's obvious, like, KSP battles. People love that stuff because Macy Dean hyped them up and then left them hanging. I think that's worked pretty well for me because, like, if you don't know, Macy Dean was a person, he used to do this kind of KSP stock battle stuff, and then he kind of went away because he had stuff going on, basically. So yeah, and I think it's been an appropriate amount of time for me to steal all of those views, you know, just because I have some different ideas, and it's not going to be quite like kids. It's going to be far more, probably, that was a weird noise, but probably less story orientated, although it's a story arc. It'll be awesome, and it'll be different, and it'll be fun. But yeah, basically, I've completely forgotten what I started this point off with. But yeah, anyway, the whole main point is just everything's pretty good, that when I think of a series, it'll probably work. And when I do, like, other games, like, it used to be like, I remember once I uploaded something that was like just like some other game, and it got like 4 views, and it was like, there's no point doing this. But now it's like, yeah, it doesn't do like a fantastic for views, but you know, it's pretty nice when everything cracks the 100 view mark, because that's just quite a nice thing. I mean, this isn't really a series, this is just random vlogs, so I don't really mind how this does. This is just so the people who care know what's going on. But yeah, anyway, I've rambled on for like 4 minutes about that. There's not that many other changes coming to the channel. I mean, on the day of recording, GTA 5 has come out, so you know, I'll probably be playing that at some point, although I don't have it yet, because it's I think my payday is either today or tomorrow. So, or at some point, I've never had a day where I've checked my email more to see if money's been put into my PayPal. I've been like, can I get GTA? Because I don't have like 40 quid on me right now, because I just bought some other stuff. I did get City Skylines, actually, which I'm really enjoying. I might do some videos on it, although it seems like a very seriesy game. So I don't know, I mean, long series that aren't KSP don't really work for this channel, just because people, well, you know, there's just not enough views for it. But maybe I'll try it, because I know City Skylines is a pretty requested game, and it is a lot of fun. And it's just one of those things. It's like if you got SimCity 1 and just made it now, that's how it will be. It's just really, really great. And I've actually been playing some 7 Days to Die, which at first I hated. Because I was like, okay, let's try this. And it looked kind of, shitty. Although the Alpha 11 is actually pretty good. I was watching it, because I used to watch it on when it was in the older alphas, and now they updated Unity and everything looks kind of nice. But yeah, at first it would look kind of grim, and everything would kill me, and I had no idea how to do anything. I was like, this is bollocks. This is a waste of money. But then I started playing a little more, and I got a little into it. I grinded, and I decided, and I found out that, because I kept trying to get a house and trying to hide myself in a house, but everything would just kill me. But the best thing to do when you start 7 Days to Die is dig yourself a fucking hole. I just dig myself a hole, put a door there. I didn't realize I could make sleeping, like the materials for sleeping mats after a while, but I figured that out, so I just stopped having to scavenge, made myself a sleeping mat, got a bunch of chests, started building around my hole. But yeah, it's actually a very enjoyable game, and I like the idea that if you're really good, I mean, I play it on the easiest setting right now, because it's a fucking hard game. But I get the idea that if you're really good, and maybe you've got a few friends and you play together, it's like, after a while you'll be like awesoming, and you'll have like massive guns, and you'll just be killing the zombies no problem, and you'll have a giant fort. But it's a hard game to get into, but it is pretty fun. And what else have I been playing? Not much else really, just, well, chaos. I did do some unturned videos. And the only other really, a couple of big bits of news was the whole paying for YouTube thing, which, it's complicated. I did a big vlog on it about lots of what I thought might be the problem with the whole payment system. And it's not, and just if you haven't seen that or heard about that, it's not like you're gonna have to pay for YouTube. There'll be an option to, pay YouTube each month and take away ads, and, you'll be able to do a few other things like downloading videos and watching them offline, so you don't have to illegally download them and things, so that's all good. But then there's, I think it'll be awesome, because, I mean, it might help just, like, level out the kind of CPM deficit there is right now. That was my graph, like, hand movement. Yeah, but hopefully it'll just help level it out and make, YouTube a more sustainable living for, people who are actually doing it for a living, and just for people like me, might make it a little easier to get into it, because, it's a lot of work if you really want to, really get in there, and it's a lot of time, and sometimes it's nice to be rewarded for your time. But I would, I mean, I make some money, which is quite nice, but I'd do this if I didn't get that, because, it's just a fuck ton of fun. But yeah, so it could really help, or it could potentially screw it up a bit if they don't divide the payments properly, which was a whole thing that basically NerdCube mentioned, and then I freaked out. But yeah, so that's all good. And I guess the last bit of news is the whole SpaceX thing. They're going for another launch. I did mention this in yesterday's video as well, but they postponed it yesterday, on Monday, because of weather. And Tuesday, which is today when I'm recording this, I think they're going for another launch, which will be hopefully work and hopefully be awesome. And they're going for another landing of their main stage on their, floating pad, and hopefully that'll just be awesome as fuck. And hopefully they'll land on the pad, and hopefully it'll change the world forever, and space will be awesome. Although it's still a little way off if they land on that pad. They've got to see if they can still use it, and they've got to figure out how to bring second stages back. But still, it could be a very important day. As I've said in other videos, it's rare you wake up and think, yeah, today the world could just change. But that's true of today and yesterday, although yesterday it didn't change because there was some heavy wind, so the rocket couldn't fly. Heavy wind stopped the world changing. That's always a problem, but hopefully it'll all go well today. So yeah, by the time you're watching this, it may be, they may have landed the stage, everyone may know, or maybe they'll have postponed it again, I'm not sure. But anyway, I've been rambling too long now. It's, 9 minutes, that's self-indulgent. Yeah, so if you have gotten to the end of this self-indulgent 9-minute video, awesome. You're a great person. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been all of the extra bits. I will see you next time.